What you're about to see here, this poll is absolutely incredible. This is, I believe it's Pew Research who did this one. Look at this. What bothers Americans about the federal tax system? So, the first thing, some corporations don't pay their fair share. 59% of Americans are bothered by that a lot. 59%. 22% are somewhat bothered by it. That's insane. That's over 70%. That's over 80%, actually. Almost over 80% of the American people are bothered that corporations don't pay their fair share. How about some wealthy people don't pay their fair share? It's again about the same thing. 80% say they're bothered by that either a lot or somewhat. The complexity of the tax system. Now, this is interesting because this is what conservatives say they care about. Only 47% of the country cares a lot about that. 35% care somewhat about that. And then you have not much is 12%, not at all is 4%. And then here it really falls off a cliff. The amount you pay in taxes. Only 33% are a lot bothered by what they pay in taxes. 33% are somewhat bothered by what they pay. You have 24% not much bothered by it, and 10% not at all bothered about what they pay. And then you have some poor people don't pay their fair share. This is hilarious. This is a constant Republican talking point that the poor actually don't pay their fair share in taxes. Only 13% are a lot bothered by the poor not paying a lot in taxes, and 19% are somewhat bothered by it. So that means 31% and 37% are not much or not at all bothered by it. So that's really, really interesting to me. So the biggest concern for people is corporations and the wealthy, that they are not paying their fair share. And guess what, guys? That it turns out it's actually true that they're not paying their fair share. Apparently, the richest 1% hide 20% of their income in taxes. In other words, I'll give you the actual number. Hold on one second. It is $175 billion in taxes each year are dodged by the top 1%. And they say that rich tax avoidance could top $5 trillion over the next decade. So that says a lot, doesn't it? And they're the ones that have the army of lawyers. They're the ones that have the lobbyists in D.C. fighting on their behalf. They're the ones who find all the loopholes and deductions and ways to weasel out of paying. And it turns out the American people know that. We used to have a much higher top marginal tax rate in this country. It was as high as 90% or so under Eisenhower, a Republican. It was 70 or so percent under JFK. Now, that's just the nominal rate. The effective rate was a lot lower. It was like 45-ish%. But that's still a lot more than we have now. So the top marginal rate was about 45%. And now, that's been, ever since the Reagan era, it has always been under 40%, that top marginal rate. And it varies. Sometimes it's 32%, sometimes it's 35%, sometimes it's 39%. But it's low. And corporations used to pay a much higher percentage of the tax burden. Now that's fallen off a cliff. So people are concerned about the right things, and this is very, very popular to push for raising taxes on the rich. So it should be an all-out offensive by the Democrats and from Biden, and you should make the Republicans pay political price, and you should make any Democrats who aren't in favor of it pay political price, like Manchin, for example. So get to work because the people are on your side. That's for damn sure.